with pressure building. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. That's right. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Still slugging it out at this range. Shoryuken? Going in? Player one can't use any drive moves. It's a good spot to use the super. Shoryuken! Player one will look to apply pressure here. Noticeable life. What a finish! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sticks the combo. Box him with a target combo. How's this? Gets the counter. What a clean counter. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Holds out with the block. What? Player one, the kick hits! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight!
Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Sticks the jump in. Shoryuken? Hits him with a stop and block. Still slugging it out at this range. Yo, put that away. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Zones with the fireball. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? They were right to be on guard there. Good decision with that throw. Going in? Player one throws him from above. Here comes the crashes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
A new challenger.
Ho ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Let us be round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. Check with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. Nice solid counter. What a clean counter. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Takes them all the way. Burnout activates. What'll happen here? Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. You've got them. They were not cleared for takeoff. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checking their reactions with a fireball? Left off a projectile to waste time. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player one did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Shows the medium kick. What'll happen here? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Oh, burnout triggered. Player two in dire straits with burnout. A quick breathe. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Player one is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Both fighters planning, gotta do better than that. What are you jumping in for? Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight? All right, first round. What's going to happen? Getting a punish counter like that is how you want to start a round. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Okay, creating some space here. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart driving. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball going. Drive reversals blocked. Shoryuken shoots off a fireball up close. Hits him with a stop and pop. Player two experiencing burnout. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Back into the corner. What setup? Whoa! Critical art now? Break through with the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps up, hits him with a stop and bop. Connects with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Player one shoots their shot. Ooh, the drive impact is for a punish. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
That felt good, didn't it?
The super connects. What's next? Throws them. There's a burnout. Taking chunks out of each other here. What a clutch anti-air. Grabs them. Player two can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Here comes the corner pressure. I can't believe it is over. Player one has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Nothing but air for the impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Still slugging it out here. Opts for the throw. What's the play here? Player one is in, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. All right, what's coming up next? Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Goes in on the impact for nothing. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Takes a trip. Jumps in. Wins out in the Battle of the Skies. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Jumps up. Are we going to see some fireworks? They were right to be on guard there. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Breaks the block with a throw. Goes and fires off the Shinku Hadouken. A quick breather. Player two might have just shifted this. Ooh, what a smart throw. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Oh my god, flatlines him. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps? Checks with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right, Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. No good up high. Oh, easy tech. Reads the throw and shuts it down. The jump in is denied. All right, what's coming up next? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They need to rely on their instincts here.
This is my chance.
Finishes with the throw. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Big opportunity now in this corner. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect.
Do better next time.
Fight round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Make smart use of the game. Good, super. What are they gonna do? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Both sides getting ready. Reads the jump in perfectly. Cross super art incoming. The super's blocked. Taps him on the toe. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Drops them. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Who's gonna take it? Jump escape denied. Piles on the corner pressure. No one could have called that. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Showtime, baby. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Stands firm and blocks the driver. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 chases them down. Decides to meet them in the air. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws him. What's next? Oh! Brushes that off and keeps going. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Play charges forward. What'll happen here? Risky up-close scrap still going. Jumps in, connects with the throw. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. They're recovered. One chance here may drop them from the air. What were they thinking? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Where's the gauge and it's showtime? It's the weekend pleasure. So get up to get down. No super art on flatline zone. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The drive impact is denied. Shoryuken? Nails the anti-air. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Definitely shuts out the jumper. What are they thinking here? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Knockdown. Up tap to close it. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the hit zone with a stop and bomb. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 1 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Drumming up a beatdown. The low doesn't connect, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. Good distance for a shot. Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 2 in dire straight hits them with a stop and pop. Here comes the corner pressure. Player 2 holding a super art. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jump. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Opts for the throw. What's the play here? Nails the anti-air. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The throw misses. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Each hit is so important here. Both fighters are weighing their options and burnout activates. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strike first? Finishes it with anti-air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump-in. Are we going to see some fireworks here? The jump-in is denied. Grabs him. That throw will do some good damage. Lots of life support. Springs forward with the drive rush. The super doesn't hit. Hits him with a stop and pop. Oh, burnout triggered. Player picks a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you know they're on another level.
My turn.
Player one will look to apply pressure. What? KO. Player one took no time to finish that fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Redeem you on the scene!
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Checks with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. The jump-in is denied. Player two chases them down. Where's their opening? Very solid corner KO. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Jumps up, nice counter. What a clean counter. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Knockdown, burnout activated. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Gets into perfect plus anti-air. Baits out the low kick. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. What are they gonna do? A single hit will do it! Oh, could be the start of something. Are we this could lead to some big damage? What's next? No! Critical art now? Can they risky play, but it pays off? Kick out of nowhere! Player two was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Throws a fireball. Parries the projectile. The jump-in is denied. Ooh, what's this? Decides to go in with the target combo. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Maintains composure and pushes out a performer. Solid combo. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Closing moments in there. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sticks the jump in. Still scrapping for control of the space. Down to the wire. Digs in deep to get that drive in. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Scared money, don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu Ripper. Brushes that off and keeps going. They return. Burnout activated. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Confirms the Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. Player one can't use any drive below. Okay, Candace flatlines him. They're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Tricky hidden variable. This it drops them. They were right to be on guard there. Vagabond and sends them flying. Pushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 is in burnout state, but low heavy. Takes them up. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Shoryu. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that clutch anti-air. Player turns out, medium kick. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Definitely shuts out the jumper. Gets a chance at that jumper. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Was looking for that jump attack. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Throws out a projectile. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Next hit will end the round. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 creates a good corner KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Goes for the jump, hits them with a stopping power. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Scrapping it out up close. Going in, player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Throws the bar and whiffs! They're wide open! A jump? Throws them! Ooh, you never know what can happen. Throws them from above! Ooh, what a smart throw! Super armor! Hold in a fireball at that range? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in? Shoryuken barely blocks the jump in. They're going for the super arc. Spins it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Slams the super. Time for dessert. Jumps. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. They are not trying to make something happen with an overdrive arc. See it carry. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Okay, here we go. Player 2 gets the tips with the low heavy. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Throws a fireball. Smart play to stop the opponent there. The jump-in is denied. Good job blocking the jump-ins. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Neither of them willing to back off. Oh! Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Connects with medium kick. Can't tech the throw. Both fighters are barely alive. barely blocks the jump in. Player one will have to fight back here without any drive. Looking for a chance to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Are we going to see some fireworks? Turns the drive gauge. Gets the combo. Hits them with a stop and pop. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player two is working with a better gauge. Experiencing burnout. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Now you know.
This might be up. This is gonna hurt. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? What a finish! Woo! I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Barely blocks the jump in. Pops him with a shoryuken. Fantastic reactions there. They're on the lookout for jump in. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Life lead opens up. Scrapping it out. Up there's the impact. Not letting them in there. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Connects with medium kick. What'll happen? Brushes that off and keeps going. Oh, burnout triggered. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Going in? Uses the target combo with a pillar. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Still alive? Still alive?
Take
Hanging by a thread! Just need one. That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Fight.
Opens with a jump in, anti-air in the clutch. Manages to block the jump in attack. Both fighters drive impact misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Bring in the heat. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Lands the super. Time for dessert. Super armor. Cold and calculated. This is the time to believe in your ability. What are they gonna do? The jump in is denied. Nothing stops this train. There's a burner, comes off the tank and scores the win. Player one is a force to be reckoned with.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes air to deny them a chance. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Player one chases them down. Knockdown. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Oh, burnout triggered! Both fighters planning something? Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Knocked him out of the air. Some throws him. Grabs and throws him away. Quick dash Tatsu. Quick drive and back misses. What a read with that anti-air. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Gotta do this.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. They're not gonna allow any jump-ins.
How's this?
Still slugging it out. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. What's the play here? Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. A quick breather. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Smart play to KO! Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump-in is denied. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Going in, max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Overhead, but it won't work. Still slugging it out at this range. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. A real test of nerves here. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Blocks the low kick. Flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Taking them for a ride on the Siberian Express. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Backs them into the corner. All that effort for so little payoff. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO? Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Got their eye on the air. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Forcefully closes the gap. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Yo, put that away. What'll happen here? Target locked and scoop. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. The low heavy is denied. Hits them with a stop and block. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. And whip! They're wide open! Scuffle! Closing moments of the match. One hit punish counter sets the table. Player 1 any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Not in range for the throw. Both of them back off. They make use as their drive gauge. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Player 2 can't let this closes it out. That was catch as catch can, and you're gonna get in a fight. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Uses the target combo as a filler. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 is using their drive liberally. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? All right, what's coming up next? Grabs them. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Life lead opens up. Snipes him out the air. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Looking for a chance. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. A super art? Player 1, the super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. This Dragon Last Flame could be big. A quick breather. The path to a win looks very tough here. And I don't know if they nice counter. Both fighters planning something? Oh, burnout triggered. They were expecting that drive impact. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Out of my way.
Fight round. Fight.
Big time whip. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Blast that off! Screw pile driver! But no, you need guts to pull that off! That was catch as catch can, and you're gonna get in a fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Reads them. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Holds out with the block. Heading into the end game, adds a little super juice into this combo and gets them. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Parries the projectile. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? They were right to be on guard there. Not shy with the grab. Going in, blocks it. Drifts them with a roll. Burnout activates. What'll happen here? Goes air to air and takes their turn. No escaping that. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with a jump in. Smart play with it. Charges forward. Hits the drive. Jumps in, crowns him from above. The low kick hits. Smart stuff. Poking at that range to zone the opponent. Dangerous range here. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. This is gonna hurt. Throws him. What's next? Pumps the brakes on impact. All the throw connects. No more drive on hand. Getting up close and personal. Connects with the throw. Amazing. Player to blow. Critical art now. Shreds them with the critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Oh man, who's gonna take this? Answers with a fireball. They are done. Player one is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive art anyway just to show they're not gunshot. Player 2 is using their drive liberally. Knockdown. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. There's a punish count. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Takes a trip. Tatsu's out of the quick dash. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Decides to meet them in the air. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Hanging on for dear life. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Breaks those shins. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their grounding. What'll happen here? Jump? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Going in? Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Light lead is there, but yo, are they actually dead? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars.
Now you know history.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Goes for the fireball. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. All right. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. The jump-in is denied. Decides to meet them in the air. Life lead opens up. Nice solid counter. All right, what's coming up next? Get some. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Player 1 will look to a nice counter. Sends a clear message with that counter. Quick turnout. Expect the tempo of the match to tank. Pokes with a medium kick. Crowns him from above. Going in. Player 2 fires off a Shinku Hadouken. Oh, super art to show them what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Player 2, and that jumping was expected. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Zones with the fireball. Pops him with a shorty. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Solid combo. All right, what's coming up next? I think both fighters want to keep an eye on their drive gauge and try to refill it whenever they can. Takes a trip. Checks him with the projectile. Decides to buff up while they can. Time's the only thing moving here. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Anything could happen here. Each hit is so important here. Both fighters are weighing their options, experiencing burnout. A quick brief fires off a Shinku Hadouken. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Closes with the throw, hitting them with the smart stuff. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Projectile to try and change the situation. Decides to... Oh, burnout triggered! Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Bring in the heat. Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu Rip-Out.
Bet that hurt.
Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. You gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 1 pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 1 sets up with the jump in. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to see the drive impact doesn't work? Changes what's this Shinku Hadouken gonna do? Excellent read. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Both of them back off. They may be closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Here comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
The pleasure is mine.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Throws him down. Steps in for the throw. Oh, with the grab. Taking stock. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Throws him. What's next? Drive lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag the KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump-in is denied. Somehow pushes back all the way to center. Hits him with a stopping block. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Smart play with the throw. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Hits the back throw to get the side. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2, get out of nowhere. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Projectile to try and change the situation. The counter is blocked. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? Decides to go in with the target combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Grabs him, takes a trip. Just out of range for that throw. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Shoryuken barely blocks the jump in. Chops him with a Shoryu. Blocks it. A quick breather. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Denied! Keeps cool and locks them out. A single hit will do it. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Strings it all together. What's going to follow the combo? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Checks him with the projectile. The jump in catches them. Changes the pace with an air dare. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Throws him. What's next? They're both out of drive gauge. Will they press on or wait it out? Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 chases them down. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Shoryuken manages to block the jump in attack. Going in, super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Blocks it. Side switch in the corner. Steals back a chance. Jumps. How will they manage their drive gauges? Meets them in air. Full SA throws them. What'll happen here? They push there with a super art. Can they create an opportunity? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Here's the final round.
That's
The
right.
real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player 2 closed out the last round with a super. They spent that cash, but will it come back to bite them? Oh, the throw connects. What's next? Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Wall splat into the guard break. Player 2 reads the counter attack. Combo up, comes in hot. Up to spend the meter on the super. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Keeps them out. Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? On a left. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They got the big slamma jamma. Player 2 made some smart moves there.